the city behind in search of the unknown. Roaring engine like thunder, it is calling you. Oh, let's roll. Unstoppable, unbreakable, a force of nature, you're untamable.
Hey there, I am sitting in my little ridiculous vehicle, this Piaggio Ape, in the parking lot of the equipment dealer. It's raining and I need to go in and rent some equipment. I've been up and about already for a couple hours. I've had breakfast. I've been over to the fields. It's 3 of my 4 fields are ready to harvest, so I am feeling a bit overwhelmed with the amount of work there is to do. I'm planning to, I think when I recorded last, I talked about hiring contractors who can sort of help me learn how to use the equipment. I think for today, I'm just going to rent the potato harvester, the one that you can sort of tow behind a tractor. I've been watching videos about it and looking at the manufacturer's website, and I've been sort of poking around a little bit in some of the tractors that are available to rent and buy here. And I think a towed behind piece of equipment I should be able to manage on my own. Hopefully. We'll find out. Because I just am feeling price crunched already. I've been sort of spending the last few weeks doing a lot of research about the types of equipment that are available when you're farming, what you need to do to take care of your fields, cultivating, removing weeds, plowing, making sure your pH and fertilizer levels, line levels are balanced for the crop type. There's a lot of science that goes into this. So, unfortunately, that means a lot of equipment. And there's no way with now $265,000 I'm going to be able to buy all the equipment that I need to do farming. I mean, obviously I can't buy the harvesting equipment. But yeah, I'm going to start with the basics. I need to buy a tractor. The tractors are very expensive. I have been introduced to a used equipment market here in town. There's like a little app where people post up stuff that they want to sell. And there was a little Zetor tractor that would have been probably great for me. It had 171 horsepower, but which I looked into the equipment, and it can run a lot of the smaller equipment, so I think that would have been great. I waffled too long over the price, and I didn't pull the trigger, and it's gone now. So I missed out on that Zetor, and I'm really bummed. So I don't have a tractor, and if I were to buy something new, I'd be looking at, I thought around 100,000. No, it's more like 150 to 250,000 for the tractor size that I would need to run, basic implements to do farm work. So I'm going to rent a tractor for now, and I will look into the market constantly, be on the lookout for a used tractor. Basically, whatever comes up first is going to be what I buy. I'm not going to have much choice in the matter. For today, I've already spoken with the guys inside about the equipment I need for potato harvest, and the tow behind potato harvester requires like 200 horsepower. So I am going to rent a New Holland tractor for the potato harvest. I think I'm going to talk to him about getting it on a long-term lease, because it's a pretty expensive tractor to lease. It's like $5,000, I think, or $6,000 maybe, to rent the potato harvester, but it's like $12,000 to rent the tractor, and it's not as much to keep it for longer. It's cheaper, basically, the longer I keep it. So I will talk to him about keeping the New Holland that I'm going to rent today until a used tractor comes up, so that I'll have some tractor I can use around the farm. Seems like it'll be decent. So that is my plan right now. I'm going to harvest the potatoes first because I think I can manage that equipment. The other two fields that are ready to harvest are the carrots and the... What's the other thing? Blanking. Oh, the peas. The pea harvester is this whole big harvester. I'm pretty confident I cannot run it even if I watch a lot of videos. So I'm going to hire a contractor to harvest the peas for me. We'll need a trailer that can hold them so I can carry them to wherever I need to carry them to sell them. The potatoes, I don't have a trailer yet. I think I'm just going to take the potato harvester to the sell point. I need to figure out where to sell them. I'm going to have some more internet research to do while it's raining before we get into harvest. So yeah, I need to figure out where to sell the potatoes. I'm just going to drive the harvester there directly because I don't have a trailer yet. The carrots, I'm going to have a helper to harvest the carrots because there's no option to hold the carrots in the harvester. Like, I'm going to have to drive a trailer, I think, alongside of the carrot harvester. So I'm going to have to get a trailer. Maybe I will look into that while I'm inside. So yeah, my goal for today is just to get the potatoes done. That is a massive field. The harvester is 1.5 meters. That's not much. This is going to be a many hour-long operation on the potatoes. I will try to get into the carrots and the peas in the next few days, depending on when the contractors are available. I don't know which ones will happen first. Hopefully, the potatoes will bring in money. I think potatoes are supposed to yield a fair amount based on the research that I've been doing, but that field is not in great condition. It's got weeds in it. I don't think it ever had a second application of fertilizer, so it probably won't yield as well as it could if it had been properly maintained. Obviously, I don't blame my cousins. They died, so they couldn't take care of it. Would have been nice if some of the other farmers had kicked in, but they don't know what was going to be happening with the field anyway. Maybe this stuff would have been left to wither. We don't know. So yeah, I'm going to get into some rented equipment, harvest potatoes. That's probably when you'll see me next. And then try to figure out where to take it to sell it. Well, I've got the New Holland over here. It did finally stop raining, but I've got to wait for it to dry up a bit before I can do some harvesting. But I just wanted to bring you in over here and show you how beautiful it is after it's been raining here. Let me hop out. Ugh, muddy everywhere. I did realize I was a bit overdressed last month when I got here. I was, wearing my clothes from the office and everything and thinking about going to the law firm and dealing with paperwork. I wasn't really thinking about what is it like to walk around fields for miles. I also wasn't planning to be walking for miles because I was thinking I could catch an Uber or something. So yeah, I've gone a bit more casual today, and I think I might put my office clothes away for good. Check out the fog. It is steamy and humid already. I'm wearing a tank top today and some shorts because, what can I tell you? The weather in Arkansas is a bit more humid and hot than I was used to in the city. Check out the fields. Everything is just squish, squish, squish. Everything is so lovely. I love it. I'll wait a little bit for this to dry out and then get into the potato harvest. I guess since I'm down here, I can tell you some of my plans. I have decided this little shed has got to go. It's not useful for anything. I'm not going to have anything like any hand tools or anything that I need to put in here. Like, I need equipment storage. So the other two sheds I'll keep around for now. They are basically roofs that I can put my equipment under, whatever equipment, such as it is. I don't own anything. Everything is rented except the Piaggio right now. Oh, I did. Actually, that's not true. I bought this front weight. I own that. I figure whatever tractor I end up with, I'm going to need a front weight for it. So, no point in renting that. I was looking around. I think that shed up there has got to go too. It's just not going to be able to store anything in it. I mean, I could cut into the wood to try to, like, make some holes that I could drive equipment in and out, but that doesn't seem like a good idea. I don't know enough about the structure of buildings to know what's safe to do. So I'm going to have to demolish that too. I need a place to live. I found a room to rent, and I am okay there for a little while, but it's another expense, and it's, you know, not here with all of my fields. And bird. I'm thinking I need more than just fields. If I'm going to make this a viable farm, I'm going to need other sources of income. Because if I'm harvesting like a few times a year, it's just not going to be enough, especially to get started with all the equipment I need to buy. I need more money coming in. So I've been looking around at what farms do to earn money aside from just harvesting crops. And I think I'm going to get a greenhouse set up somewhere, and maybe I'm going to get some animals. I've been thinking maybe goats. So I'm going to need a place to put them and something to feed them. Maybe I'll get chickens too. Chickens also require feed. So what time of year? If I can get any of these fields turned around, I could maybe plant some fall wheat or barley. I've been talking to Katie over at the livestock dealer, and she has told me that that's what chickens eat, and goats are going to need, I don't know, grass or hay, something like that. So I will need to get equipment to do grass work and get one of these fields maybe moved over to grass. And I think I'm just going to have to give up some space in one of these fields. I think I'm going to have to build a yard in one of these fields somewhere. And it feels wrong to give up cultivatable, growing land to put up buildings, but I don't have anywhere else to put them. This is all I own now, and that field up there that's got the potatoes in. So I think I've got to do it over here. I'm thinking about any of these fields. The one up there at the end is the smallest, so that might be the best one to give up if I'm going to need to make a yard. But it's also right next to the major road, and the traffic sounds over there are audible. I really like it over here by the river. Seeing the barges and hearing the birds and the water sounds. So I might end up doing something, like once I get rid of this building, over on this end of this field maybe? I don't know. I'm still thinking about it, but that's sort of my plan. Okay, enough talking. You're not here for talking. You're here to see cool stuff with tractors. Probably. I don't know. Looks like my tractor is dry. The ground is still a bit damp. Maybe it won't be so bad over by the potato field. I think it's more humid down here because it's right next to the river. I'll head up there. I'll wait for it to be dry enough to harvest, and then I will, I guess, do some recording when I'm harvesting potatoes. I did rent a trailer. That harvester is really ginormous, the potato harvester. I was thinking about what it would be like to drive that back and forth around town to drop off potatoes somewhere, and that would have been very unwieldy. So I rented a trailer too, and I will dump the potatoes into a trailer and take the trailer to wherever. I forgot. I looked it up and I forgot where I need to take it. This New Holland, by the way, I really like this tractor. If something like this came up used, I would buy it in a heartbeat. And this one's got a attacher point for a front end loader. So if I end up keeping this for a few months and need to do something with a front end loader, I could rent or buy a front end loader for it. So this is gonna suit me, I think, for the next few months anyway. until something more permanent comes up. I will catch you in the harvest. Well, I'm over here at the grain silo right now, where I have just dropped off my first load of potatoes. I really hope this road turns a big loop and I can get out again. I've made a little over $8,000 on that first load. This is 12,000 liters is what this trailer holds, 12,100. So that's pretty good. A little over $8,000. If I get a little over $8,000 per load, there are a lot of potatoes on that field. I wouldn't be surprised if I had 10 loads or more. So this could turn out to be very profitable, also very slow and time-consuming harvest for me. Hopefully that will pay for the equipment to do the other harvesting, because the spinach and pea harvesters are going to be very expensive to rent. So yeah, I'm really happy with the amount of money this is probably going to bring in, and I am just going to carry on now. I don't know if I'll bring you in for every load that I sell. I'm probably going to record little bits and pieces of the harvest, but not all of it, because I think it's just going to be pretty boring and repetitive pretty quickly. Yeah, so we'll see what you see on camera, but I will definitely bring you in for interesting parts and also when I finish to let you know what the final tally is. This is a beautiful town. I really love driving around here. I should probably bring you in for more driving around, honestly. I'm still learning my way around. I passed, for the first time I noticed, a cafe up here, which I didn't know was here. So I might come here for lunch, since I'm going to be passing this a lot. Okay, you crossed? Okay, great. The cafe is just up here on my right. So it looks like I'm going to be driving back and forth past this cafe all day. So I think I'm going to have lunch here. Central Cafe. It's not very central, I just saw it for the first time. So yeah, new town, lots of new things to discover, and apparently some money to make on these potatoes. That's good news. Oh man, that was a really good lunch. I gotta say, Central Cafe, it's gonna be a winner. The only thing I'm not super thrilled about is the coffee. I am a bit of a coffee snob. The coffee I could get back east was way better than what I just got in that diner. Why is everybody just taking a walk around my tractor? It is a nice looking tractor. It's not mine. Alright, I'm gonna hop back in here and get back to it. I've been going for hours, and I think I'm around halfway done. Man, this tractor is really showing it. Trailer's still clean though. I am about where I started the day cash-wise, but that's not great, because I have taken so many loads over to the grain mill, I think is where I'm dropping it off. There has been a lot of rental fees. The way the leasing of these vehicles works. Oh, by the way, I noticed this driving back and forth over and over again. There's also a Central Cafe right there. It looks exactly the same as the other building. I don't know if it's owned by the same people. I'm gonna have to stop in there in the future sometime and find out. I wonder if they're like really the same, or if one of them has, I don't know, better pie or something. Experiments must be done. So the rental fees, I have to pay up front to lease this equipment, and then there's also a hourly fee and a daily fee for leasing it. And the hourly fee is just racking up and killing me. This tractor was over $12,000 to rent up front, and then the hourly fee is over $4,000 again every hour. So this is gonna nickel and dime me to death real fast. I need to find some of my own equipment ASAP. Let's take a look where we are on this field. Making headway. It's not done. Not by a long shot. I left the harvester, it's basically full. Just parked up here so I could pull the trailer in under it after I finish dropping off that load. Am I roughly lined up? What is that sound? Is there some little thing in this tractor? Huh. Alright. I have no idea what that was. It was a happy little song though. Okay, well, I've pulled up too far. I guess I can pull the harvester back. Yeah, I'm actually not sure if I'm even halfway done. That doesn't look like I've done as much as there is still to go. Oh my gosh. I've been at this for hours. I guess I will say, gives you a lot of time to think. I am kind of losing my mind out of boredom. Just going up and down over and over again, 1.5 meters at a time, is not entertaining to me. Maybe other people would find it entertaining. I have had plenty of time to daydream about what I want to do over there on that property, which I will tell you about later, because I apparently have a lot more potatoes to harvest. So many more potatoes to harvest. Also, where is it? Oh, I think I'm further over now. There's a sign just over there, maybe? I swear I've hit it like 3 times. I keep standing it back up again and then hitting it again. Probably the next time I hit it, I'm just going to move it across the street until I'm done for the day and then put it back when I'm done. Lessons learned. Wish me luck. Whew, okay. I am over here at the silo again. I just dropped off the final load of potatoes. I'm done. Thank God I'm done. I ran the numbers. If you see my account there, I'm sitting pretty good. I made almost $40,000 from this morning. Now, I don't think everything quite adds up because I've been paying hourly fees on this tractor and on the harvester and on the trailer. And I've had the tractor running for over 4.5 hours. I'll have another hourly fee coming up soon. I had the harvester just long enough for it to tick over to 3 hours, which is a little frustrating. If I had been like 10 minutes faster, I would have saved myself a $4,000 fee. And I've had the trailer running for a little over an hour. So after all is said and done, with the initial leasing costs and the hourly fees, I have paid $57,000 to lease equipment this month. This is the first field. I have 2 more fields to harvest, and I think the equipment for those costs more to harvest. The harvest yielded a little over $95,000 of potatoes, which I have been at that for hours. It's basically been all day harvesting that field, but that's almost a $100,000 payday. That would have been real nice. I cannot afford to keep leasing this stuff. This is just over half my profit has gone into leasing costs for this equipment for this harvest. Not counting whatever I would have had to lease to plant things if I were leasing stuff to plant stuff. And to put things in perspective, I've paid over $57,000 in leasing costs. That Zetor tractor that I didn't quite make my mind up fast enough about, that cost $63,000 for a used tractor. So I'm $6,000 off of I could have bought that used tractor for the amount of money I've just spent on leasing this equipment. Now granted, that tractor would not have been big enough to run the potato harvester, so I still would have had to lease the harvester and a bigger tractor like this New Holland to run it, but I could have used it on the trailer and had it for the next task, which is plowing. So I'm going to take this trailer over and park it in one of those sheds on the property, and then I'm taking the tractor up to the dealer before they close for the day, and I'm going to be picking up a plow. I'm going to try to get that field plowed before I quit for the day, and it's a late start already, and the guys over at the shop warned me the plows are not very big that can run on this equipment. So I'm not feeling super hopeful about getting it done before dark, but I'm going to try, because if I can get some wheat or barley in, I still need to check. It might be too late, but if I can get some wheat or barley in before it gets cold, then that can sort of grow over the winter, and I would have it as feed for chickens in the spring, if I get chickens, which I would like to do. The other thing I'm going to do, I've already decided, that used marketplace that I mentioned, there is a used tedder, which is a piece of equipment that you use to make hay with, basically. Use it to turn around grass to dry it out. I'll park this in that little shed over there. I think it should fit. I decided I'm going to buy it because I would like to do some goats. I would like to get some goats. And I talked to Katie over at the animal dealer, and I can't quite remember what she said, if goats need grass or hay. But if I have a tedder and can make hay with it, I did check the prices. Hay is worth more than grass if I ever go to sell it. So if I don't have very many goats and I make more hay than I need to feed them with, then I can sell the hay for a little extra money, which wouldn't really be as likely to be able to do with grass. So I'm buying that tedder. This might be too tall to fit. Let's find out. Oh, we just barely get in there. I don't think I could fit this tractor in here if I needed to. Yikes. Well, it's in. Okay. I'm just gonna hang on to this trailer until I'm done with the harvest because I will need it for the other stuff. The carrots here and the peas at the other end. So yeah, I will look into getting some seed and getting seed in that field up there if I can get it plowed and cultivated before it's too late in the season. So that's my next job. I might stop here. I have no idea how long this video will be at this point. Maybe I will throw in some shots of me plowing, but it might be too long at this point. The potatoes took me a very long time. If I don't talk to you again, then I'll catch you next time.